when they're dark, 200 degrees above zero when they're in the sunlight, and they're going around 16 times a day. So we have to have something that protects them from the heat. And Walter Cunningham, who is an astronaut, we have a testimony of him saying that I can assure you that this technology will save you money and work at home just as it did as our spacecraft and our space suits. This is the same stuff that they're making, that they put on the spacecraft. It's the same stuff they make for their space suits to protect them. And how does it do it? With the power of aluminum. It's the same technology that you must have read in some of the fires. We had the King Fire up Placerville 2 years ago. We had the Butte Fire in Montana. There was 2 stories in there, remember, where the firemen were trapped in the flames and they got under the blankets and it saved them. What's the power of aluminum? They survived an hour and a half in the tents and they were able to withstand 3 firestorms that raised up to 1,200 degrees. That's the power of aluminum. Now, with multi-layer insulation, the outer layer is 99% pure aluminum. Do we have a piece here? Right here. I'm going to show you a piece here in a second. It reflects the heat and sends it back in. The insulated core, 99% aluminum up front, 99% aluminum in the back, and then the insulated core, I'm going to dissect it a little bit, is a moisture layer to remove the moisture. And it separates us from it's more than just a barrier. We have the moisture barrier that actually pulls that heat or keeps it from condensating, and it works very well. That's a little diagram of what it looks like. And this is a little before and after picture. Whoops. That's good. How it works in the summer, the sun radiates into the attic, causing extreme temperatures. Let me show you a couple things. I'm going to do a demo here of how it works. And what I'd like to do actually, because we have this set up, and I have temperature gauges. Oops. Can you guys all see these? Temperature gauges? What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on, and you're just going to see how it works. But I want to make sure we do a fair test. So I want you guys to go ahead and pick a left side or a right side that I can do it, just so we know it's all set up. Anybody? Which side should I do it on? Left? Okay. This would be your left.
Other left.
And that's right. Which one?
Left.
This one. Okay. Now, what happens is, I want to do it. Whenever I go out, people don't go out, I'll look at their garage and say, well, I don't have any insulation in my garage. Most people don't have insulation in their garage. Yeah. So, what I like to do just to demonstrate it, I'm going to just go ahead and take this insulation out. This is the standard stuff called Pink Panther. You know, we've all seen the Pink Panther commercials. I'm going to take this out, just to show how it works without any insulation at all. Now, I'll do home shows, and we put like a Hershey's Kiss in there at the bottom, and we leave it on all day.
No.
It stays there. Now, we have some...
Get some volunteers here to come.
Yeah. Now, I also we have some cards here with the... You guys have the cards. I want you to write down these temperatures, because we're going to turn it on, and I'll forget. So what's that? Okay, so inside we have 67.4, and what's that one say?
67.6.
Let's get close enough. Let's go ahead and turn these on.
It's the hot side.
We'll let them heat up. And we'll talk a little bit more.
Holy moly.
So
You bring that heat lamp down over here.
I know, she's cold.
You're cold? If you want to move up, that's okay.
I'll have to check you out.
I can keep this on all day. The thing is that with the 99% aluminum, this cannot go above or below 3% of the temperature change. It can't. It's science. This is science at work. And we're going to demonstrate it really really well for you tonight.
It's actually gone up already.
Has it?
We're looking at the wrong ones. It's the bottom measure. So it's at 72 already for that one. And that one is at
69.6.
What's that one at? What's this at?
73.2. See what happens is the sensors, that's when they say in, it's measuring the
Yeah,
stuff in
yeah,
here.
yeah.
And the outside one, that's when you normally stick it outside. So watch these go up 74.1 where we are here.
69.
Okay. You got all your, okay.
Yeah, I left my information.
Excellent.
Okay, now how it works real quick, oops.
Oh, your database is out of date.
Hmm?
I'm messing with your computer.
Okay, so what it's gonna
You
do.
left your cookies at home or something like that.
It's going to stop 90% of the radiant heat gains from the attic in the warmer months, and it's going to reduce your cooling costs. And it's going to save you money. That's why we're out here. Your traditional insulation is going to stop as little as 10% heat gain in the summer and 10% of the heat loss in the winter. Oops. And it doesn't matter whether it's summer or winter, it's going to stop 90% of that heat loss. If you notice, I like to show some before and after pictures. This is before with the blown-in insulation. I don't know if you guys have gone in your roof and put it. But then after it's done, after we roll the insulation out, it's all clean and everything. But it's going to stop 97% of the radiant heat gain in the warmer months. We have tons of testimonials, and we have books that you guys can look at. How are we doing on the heat now?
That one's just got stuck at 69. I think it's broken. I'm just kidding.
69? Well,
Yeah,
no, I
it's-
mean, it's within here. Like, it shouldn't go above. Like I say, we'll put the Hershey's Kisses in and they'll stay in all day.
I was at 84 already. Oh.
Well, again, this isn't science. This isn't an opinion. This is science. That 99% aluminum is going to have an average R value between 5.4 and 11.6. And it's going to give it added protection from conduction and convection problems. But don't take my word for it. According to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, reflective insulation can help improve the comfort of your home while helping reduce your energy bill. The U.S. Department of Energy, unlike most common insulation, reflective insulation works back by reflecting radiant heat, which is usually installed in attics. More from Texas A&M. And the cool thing is, within 24 hours of our installation, you will find that there will not be more than 1 degree of change in your rooms, whether you're upstairs or downstairs. Now, before we get this in my house, we have my upstairs real hot, downstairs real cold. I'm upstairs, she's downstairs watching TV. What happens? Of course, we get into thermostat wars. It's not going to happen with this because everything's going to be at the same temperature. Now, before this gets too hot, where are we at on this?
It's at 94.
We're at 69. It hasn't changed much here. And where are we at over here?
Holy cow.
We're up to 95 degrees. I can let it get a little hotter. The longer it is, it's going to stay out there. Now remember, it's almost reached a saturation point. And I'm going to show you something interesting is because when I turn this off, even after I turn this off, you're going to see that it's still going to cook some more. Just like, okay, we live in the valley. So come 6:30, when the sun goes down in the summer, we go out for a walk, come back into the house. The house is hotter than it is outside. I mean, how is that a problem? Well, that's because this radiant heat is still cooking. It's still going. It's built up its heat all day, and it's still radiating that heat down in through the house. So that's what the reflective insulation will stop. Where are we at now?
That's 100.
100.
And that one's
Let me
still
show you something
69.
pretty cool. what do we got here? Yeah, let me show you something. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this off. Oh, the one thing I wanted to point out, do you guys notice, real quick, 69 degrees, and what's that one say? Do you guys realize that these things are side by side? And these temperatures, do you know why? Look what's in the middle. That's the reflective insulation. That's keeping that heat from going over into there. So let's turn it off. I want to show you, because this will demonstrate how in our valley, where we live, I'm going to just keep talking like that. But here's what our customers say. We have lots of, just within a 60-mile radius, we have 100 customers here that we've just rolled out from here. But here's some that we got published. After having our product, it's open a 90-degree day. We didn't turn our AC on until 3:15 and ran it for 15 minutes and shut it off for the rest of the day. Well, we've got the plastic. We have the whole approach with the insulation, so we're providing a very comfortable atmosphere. My home is a lot more comfortable overall. I don't have the hot spots in summer. It doesn't take much to cool our heated home since we installed multi-layer insulation. But again, it's science. You know what's going on. Where are we at now? Is that now? Have you guys been writing those down? Have you noticed how it's gone up? Still, since I've turned it up, it's going up.
Oh, wow.
And I've turned it off. That's just demonstrating what happens where we live in our valley at the end of the day after our house has been cooking. And that's, when we get home, we get that air conditioner running. And we want to keep that from happening.
That's gotta be rigged. That's gotta be rigged. Thank you. You can feel it. I just, fake.
All right, got some customers have got, okay. So with multi-layer insulation, what it means to you is that I'm going to cut your cooling and heating bills immediately. We're going to save wear and tear on your heating and cooling equipment. We're going to eliminate those hot and cold spots in your home. We're going to create a more comfortable living area. Once it's in, there won't be more than a 2-degree temperature change between the rooms within your house, whether it's upstairs or whether it's downstairs. We're going to help preserve the environment because we're not going to be using all of that power and foreign energy to help power our homes. But the cool thing is we are going to potentially increase the value of our home. So let's say down the road you decide you do want to sell your house. And you get the realtor over and you say, hey, listen, we put in these energy-saving items into our house to help save energy. Really, look at our energy bills. And you can show the realtor and say, here's before we put it in, and here's after we put it in. And, well, maybe, and we could put that new value to the house. Or maybe you want to take it with you. And that's cool, too. We will move it for free. We'll come in, we'll take it off, and we'll move it into your new house. But, a lot of people are downsizing, so a lot of times, I don't know, maybe you want to give the rest of it to your kids. I don't know. You can inherit it. Again, Department of Energy, made in the USA, and we're going to become less dependent on foreign energy. Which brings me to the third thing I want to talk about, and that is our revolutionary solar fan. This is made in the USA, right here. It's made out of, let me show you something pretty cool. Made out of spun aircraft aluminum. Has a solar panel, because we had a couple things in mind when we did this. One is it had to be made in the USA. Am I shooting you in your face over there? Am I good?
Okay, you're fine.
Had to be made in the USA. Had to have the solar panels, because the last thing you want to do is plug something in and drain more out of your, And it's very durable with a lifetime warranty. It has a brushless fan. And it works really, whether it's cloudy out or anything, it works that simple. Now, do you guys hear the fan?
Hear the
Exactly.
Hear the AC.
It's a brushless fan, absolutely noiseless. You install it over your bedroom, you're not going to hear it. This is a top-of-the-line fan. This is not one that you're going to go find at the Home Depot or the Lowe's or any of that. It's all made in the USA. It's not, some of those guys, they have all the pieces in there. That's one solid piece of spun air.